Then the destination is on your left.
That's established between hikers is really tight. I mean, it's like military, like fraternities, sororities, that kind of, contact forever. Off the hiker, he's on his way southbound back to Damascus.
Matthew gave me a ride up here. What, about a 40-minute ride?
40-minute ride, and it'll be about 4 days, and I'll see you back in Damascus.
Sounds good. Look forward to seeing you again.
Stop by my shop, tell me how much fun you had.
I will. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Al, and welcome to Hammer Hikes. This is my YouTube channel. This is my very first video ever put out for YouTube as a hiker. I don't have any dreams or aspirations of becoming a YouTuber. I just like to document my hikes. This hike, for me, is my very first solo hike. I've never done a solo hike before. I've hiked about 15 years with the Scouts. I've hiked the last 5 years with a club called the Old Man Hiking Club out of Shelby, North Carolina, and we get out and do a lot of section hikes on the AT. And I had some free time, so I wanted to take advantage of that free time and do a solo hike, which I've never done before. The reason for doing the solo hike is I wanted to get a feel for what it would be like to be an AT thru hiker. I'm not an AT thru hiker. I've section hiked as a group, but I've never gone out on my own before. So this is my very first experience doing that. Although I'll be out here alone, I won't be alone. I've already run into 4 or 5 people on the trail, so there'll be plenty of other people that I'll meet along the way. I got a 42 mile hike. I'll put the map up so you can see it, but I'm gonna do about 10 today, 12 tomorrow, 12 Saturday, and 4 to 5 to finish on Sunday, finishing back in Damascus. My shuttle driver was telling me that this particular section, this 40-mile section here, was voted one of the top 5 section hikes in the country. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll just take his word for it. My shuttle driver Matthew picked me up at early this morning and dropped me off at Frozen Creek Access. He did a great job, and I will see him again on Sunday. Join me on this hike. I'll show as much sights as I can see. I expect to see some spectacular sights. I've already experienced just the first mile in. It's absolutely gorgeous. The weather is spectacular. I don't think I could have asked for anything better. So I'll show you everything I see. Enjoy the video. Along the AT, there are lots of places to camp, and this is one of them. This is what you would call a stealth campsite, where it's just a little campsite beside the trail. It's got a nice campfire ring, nice bench to sit on. It's fairly flat. It would make a great tent site. I would certainly tent here if I needed to. Hopefully you can see this, but the colors out here are just spectacular. Sprinkled all along the AT are these shelters, 3-sided shelters. This is the old Orchard Shelter in the Mount Rogers recreational area. This shelter would probably sleep 6 comfortably, 8 in a pinch. Just throw it on your bedrolls and sleeping bags and have at it. It's got a nice picnic table, nice fire ring, and behind me off in the distance, I won't walk over there, there's a privy for your business you got to take care of. And then there is a blue blaze here, and blue blazes typically indicate water. So you would walk down this trail here and get your water. You'd have to filter it or treat it somehow, but that's what the blue blazes mean. The Appalachian Trail is white blazes all along the trail, so I will be staying White Blaze southbound. All right, we have made it to the Wise shelter. I'm kind of guesstimating, but I'm going to say about 7 miles in from the trailhead where I put in. Actually, my watch says 8.5 miles in. I still have about 4 more miles to go to get to my campsite for the night. I want to introduce you to my new friend.
Howdy.
This is Dan. Met him on the trail. Enjoyed hiking with you.
North Carolina guy.
There you go.
We just kind of walked into each other, and we were like two old ladies just yakking up all the way up the hike.
That's exactly right. Well, it's been a pleasure hiking with you.
It's been great.
And you have a safe hike out tomorrow.
We will. You too. You got a little bit more than I do, so I'll be thinking about you later this weekend when I'm not hiking and you're out there still.
All right. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
We have successfully made it to Grayson Highlands State Park. And one of the unique features of Grayson Highlands are these large rock outcroppings. They're just stunning. One of the other unique features of Grayson Highlands State Park, which is one of my favorite parks, it is just beautiful out here, are the wild ponies. We got wild ponies all over the park. You got little baby ponies. Some mama ponies. All right, we just left Grayson Highlands State Park. We are now in the Mount Rogers National Recreational Area. Maybe 2.5 miles, 2 miles to get to camp. We are headed in the Fat Man Squeeze. It's tight. Getting close to camp. We got maybe a half a mile, quarter mile, but the unique feature of this particular sign is what's on the back. I don't know if you can see that, it might be too dark, but it says 500. That means it's 500 miles from Springer in Georgia to this point, and that's a monumental mile marker for north thru hikers. My campsite should be around 499.7 or something like that, so I should be there shortly. We are here at camp. Got to find me a little flat spot. I've stayed here before with the scouts. Got about 2 hours of camp chores to get done, so I need to get moving. I'm a little late. It took me quite a while longer to get here than I thought. Hiking Grayson Highlands is no joke, especially when you're tired. I've got my tent set up. It's a Z-Pack's duplex tent. It is not a freestanding tent, so it does not have poles that help it stay erect. I have to use 2 hiking poles to set it up and 8 stakes with the guy lines. I really like this tent. It's a good tent. It's a 2-man tent, but I really use it as it's really a 1.5-man tent. So in the process of setting up, I had to get a tent set up. Then I had to blow up my mattress, which is a Nemor Tensor air mattress. It's a cold weather mattress. I think it has an R value like 3.8. So that should help me stay warm for the night. I got my Katabatic 15-degree quilt set up on top of that. And I have my Trekology 2.0 pillow, which is pretty cool. It's got some straps that can strap around the air pad, and it keeps me from losing the pillow in the middle of the night. I just take a buff and I put a buff over the top of the pillow, so that's kind of like a little pillowcase. This sleeping bag is not really a sleeping bag. This sleeping bag is a quilt. Quilt is different from a sleeping bag in that a sleeping bag will encompass you all the way around your body, but a quilt is actually open on the bottom. So if we look underneath, there is no bottom to the quilt. Now, from about here down, my foot box is encompassing my feet all the way around. But from about my hips up, the back is open. And so this mattress pad will keep me warm. And I take the quilt and wrap it around basically 3 sides, my left, my top, and my right. And wrap it around, and it attaches via this string here. And that it's a lighter weight. It's very efficient. It's going to get a little cold tonight. We're expecting temperatures, I think, down to 34 with wind chill down into the 20s. So this will be, I got a 15-degree quilt. Hopefully it keeps me warm. I got to get going on water, and I got to get going on food. Got here a little later than planned, so I'm kind of scrambling. I'd like to try to catch a sunset if at all possible, but it looks like we're clouding up, so there may not be a sunset tonight. All right, I'll talk back to you later. Good morning. It is Friday morning. It's about 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. Kind of a slow start this morning. It got really cold last night. It's still really cold this morning. I stayed warm. My sleeping pad and my quilt kept me warm all night. Made a rookie mistake. Forgot to turn off all my work alarms. So 4 a.m. my alarm goes off, and yeah, could have had a decent night's sleep if I hadn't done that. I also had a 6:30 alarm set, and that went off. And so a lot of rookie mistakes so far on this hike. But it's my first time going solo, so I guess to be expected. Got to get up and break camp this morning, get my breakfast going, and hit the trail. Figure I'll hit the trail about 9:30ish or so. Got a 12-mile day. So I'll catch up with you later. Taking down my tent this morning. I don't know if you can see that. It's frost. It was pretty cold last night. All right, we have made it to Thomas Knob Shelter. This is actually a 2-story shelter. If you can see up on the top, there's a window. You could probably sleep 20 people inside there. I don't think the lens of this camera can pick up the absolute glory that I see with my naked eye. So I think we are going to do a little spur trail here, and we're going to go up to the summit of Mount Rogers. It's the second highest peak east of the Mississippi. About a mile hike up and a mile hike out. Get a couple extra miles in a day. We have reached the peak of Mount Rogers. Woo-hoo! Just another spectacular view. It is 6:30 and I made it to camp. It was a brutally long day. I probably did something I shouldn't have done, and I went up to 2 miles up to Mount Rogers. It was 1 mile up and 1 mile back, but it really set me behind on my schedule, and I should have just stuck to the schedule, and I'd have got here an hour ago. I got camp set up, and got to get some water filtered, put up the food, and I think it's going to be early to bed. It's going to be a well-deserved rest. All right, we'll talk to you later. Good morning. This is day 3. It's about 7:30. Not nearly as cold as it was yesterday. Sunrise is coming up. Looks like it's going to be another good day. Did 14 miles yesterday. Added a couple extra miles by doing that Mount Rogers loop. It was tough. It was a hard day. Got to camp late because of that extra mileage, but still got everything taken care of, everything done in time. We're going to get up this morning and make some breakfast. Got my water filtered from last night, so I don't have to do that this morning. Just got to pack up, make breakfast, and hit the trail. Let's see what we can see today. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, we're here at the Lost Mountain Shelter. This is the location where I stayed last night. I stayed at a stealth site just a distance away in my tent. Camp is broke down. Had a good breakfast. Biscuits and gravy today, Mountain House. It was very good. It's about 9:30. Kind of getting a late start again. Seems to be the theme of this trip. Had breakfast over at the shelter and met some people from there. Two people were from Blacksburg, Virginia. They were hiking in the same direction. I may end up meeting up with them later tonight. Then two ladies from Wisconsin doing a whole section of Virginia. And then there's some people behind the shelter, actually from my home state, my hometown, Shelby. I'm going to go meet them. So here we are out on the trail, and of all places, I'll meet some home folk. On the left is
Lauren Mooney.
Lauren Mooney and
Ken Mooney.
Ken Mooney.
And I'm Sue Beauchamp, also known as Rerun.
Rerun. I think I've heard of you before. Rerun is a AT thru hiker in what, 6-7 years ago? 13 years ago?
Well, 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I hope to do it one day myself.
It's fabulous.
All right. Nice to meet y'all. Look what we found here. Looks to me like trail magic. Trail magic is when local people, kind people, will just leave food and drinks on the trail for hikers. Let's see what we got inside. Coke. Yes, I think I will partake. Thank you, whoever left this. There's nothing better than a Coke and a Snicker bar. Oh yeah. Looks like I have intersected the Virginia Creeper. It's a really cool Rails the Trails bike path for bikers. I think it's like 36 miles long. So I'm getting ready to jump up on the Creeper, and I think I have a bit of a hike on the Creeper.
Hey, how are you?
Good, yourselves?
Not bad.
All right. Thank you. Creeper Trail hike is ended. Now back on the off trail. So one of the cool things about doing a solo hike all by yourself is there's absolutely no restrictions. You go as fast as you want, as slow as you want. You stop when you want. And there's nothing better than just taking a 20-minute break out here in the middle of the woods. Close your eyes and just listen to the sounds. It's absolutely spectacular. So I'm taking a 20. I'll get up in a few minutes and hit back the trail. It is about 6 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. This is the Appalachian Trail right here, and I have found a stealth campsite right off the trail. It's not a great campsite, but it's all that I have available to me. Otherwise, I got to go continue and hike on into Damascus. So it's all right. It'll work. But I am truly alone. I will have nobody to talk to and nobody to hang out with tonight, so that'll be different, unlike the previous nights. Met some pretty cool people yesterday. A couple ladies from Wisconsin hiking the trail. They were going to hike all of Virginia. There was a young man and young lady from Blacksburg, Virginia. They were hiking into Damascus. I hopscotched them a couple times on the trail. And then there was the three people from Shelby that I met. The trail is cool. The community on the trail is cool. And so tonight will be a good test of my ability to stand solitude, which is going to be a real challenge for somebody that likes to talk to people. So got some things I got to take care of yet. Fortunately, I got all my water before I came here, so I don't have to get water, but I may have to filter it, and we can take a look at filtering water in a second. And then I'm going to have to hang a bear bag tonight. The previous 2 nights we had bear boxes where we could put our food in that bears can't get to, but tonight there are no bear boxes out here, so I'm going to have to hang a bear bag after I eat dinner and take care of all my brushing teeth and stuff like that. All the smellables have to go in the bear bag, and it has to get hung up in a tree, really to protect you. So let's wrap things up, and we should be getting to bed before too long. It'll be dark back here before too long. We got the bear bag hung. All smellables, anything that smells needs to go in the bear bag. Needs to be hung from a tree. This is not the best example of hanging a bear bag. It needs to be farther away from the tree, but I couldn't find anything else to hang it. Not enough low-lying branches. So all my smellables are up. Hopefully they'll be there in the morning. Good morning. Welcome to day 4 of my AT solo hike. It's Sunday morning. We got camp pretty much broke down. Got to make breakfast yet. Bear bag's down. Pack is packed. It's going to be a good morning, and it was warmer last night than previous nights. I actually laid on top of my sleeping bag for the first hour or two, just trying to cool off. Campsite was decent. It would turn out to be a little better than I thought it would be. I had a flat lay spot, so I was happy with that. The sun is coming up. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. So I think we got 4 miles to hike out to Damascus, and then it's done. It's been a great experience so far. I anticipate the last 4 miles to be just as good as the previous 36. All right, we'll talk to you later. So as we make this final push into Damascus, like I said earlier, we have about 3 to 4 miles, but a 1,000-foot descent down into Damascus. I think I have a little road walk or possibly a creeper walk once I get down there. And then that brings the hike to an end. And it's been a great hike. I've really enjoyed it. Like I said early on in the video, this was the very first time I've ever done a solo hike. I'll have to think about it a little bit to see how I feel about it. I definitely liked being able to make my own decisions, stopping when I want and eating when I want and picking the campsite that I want. But I also miss the camaraderie of hiking with people. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. Would I do this again? Yeah, I think I will. I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of things I didn't realize that I depended on other people to make decisions for me. And when I had to make them myself, I made mistakes. So I've got more to learn. My gear worked out great. Very, very happy with my gear. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to do some self-evaluation when I get home. And I will probably plan another solo hike. I don't see myself doing this very often. My main hiking is with the Old Man Hiking Club. And that's who I want to hike with. But maybe once a year I can get out and do a solo hike. We'll have to see. All right, we're getting close to Damascus. Just came down those steps. think I'm on US 58 now, headed into Damascus. And I'm back hiking on the Creeper Trail.
Morning.
Morning, how you doing? Good, thank you. We have made it back to Damascus. I'm gonna go ahead and hike all the way back to the Damascus sign where I came off the trail back in June so I can connect my footsteps. So I probably got another half a mile to go.